Welcome back to Daily Carnivore. I am sharing another full day of eating with you in this video. To start my day, I'm making some bulletproof coffee. This is one of my favorite mugs. If I can find it, I'll link it below. I'm just putting some heavy cream and some stevia and about a tablespoon or so of butter into my container here, and then I will blend it with my immersion blender. I'll do this maybe, 8 or 9 a.m. and then I won't have breakfast for at least an hour, maybe 2 hours after that. It just keeps me full and helps me get my day started. So for breakfast, I'm just doing bacon and eggs, and you can see I have way too many pieces of bacon in this pan. I just kind of jammed them in there, but they cook down, never fear. This much bacon did produce a lot of grease, so I pat the bacon down and then you'll see just how much is left in the pan here. That's quite a lot. And I know from experience, you can actually try to mix too much bacon grease in with your eggs. So I am going to pull out a little bit of this, maybe half, a little less than half, and just put that in a dish to the side. And then you'll see how much I leave in the pan, and then I'll just go ahead and put my eggs directly into that and get those all mixed and incorporated. And yes, the eggs do soak up this amount of bacon grease, but like I said, there is a point where you can have a little too much grease with your eggs. So I'm just getting these incorporated in. This is just really simple. I'm not putting any cheese on this today. I've got salt and pepper that I already put in there when I whisked the eggs up. I did 6 eggs, so I'm making breakfast for myself and my husband. So you can see a plate for him and a plate for me. And this was breakfast, and I still had, a handful of pieces of bacon left over that I could snack on later in the day or on another day. For lunch, I am just doing some chicken salad and some other miscellaneous things, meat sticks, cheese sticks. I think I've shown chicken salad in a video before. I don't have an exact recipe for this. I just put in what I think I want to put in there. I've got mayo here. I don't know if that's like a tablespoon, couple tablespoons, some mustard, salt and pepper. I go a little easy on the salt just because I find this canned chicken can be kind of salty. I'm a little less heavy-handed on the salt, and then I'll add the pepper, get it all mixed in there. And then I'm going to have a couple of these little Landjaeger sausages and a string cheese and a sparkling water. So nothing fancy, but it's filling and it was really good. So here's my lunch. For dinner, I decided to make meatballs, and I like to use ground beef, and then I'll mix in a little bit of breakfast sausage. I just like the flavor that gives, and it gives you a little bit more fat in there. And then I've got onion powder, garlic powder, Worcestershire, salt, pepper, and obviously an egg. You can do crushed up pork rinds in meatballs as well in replace of like a breadcrumb or something, but I find you don't really need them. It's definitely carnivore to add them. So if you like that additional texture, go ahead and add them. Sometimes I do, sometimes I'm just lazy and I don't. But I put everything in here with the egg and get that whisked together first before I put the meat in here, just so all of the seasonings really are well incorporated and then can be even better incorporated within all of the meat. Hopefully that makes sense. But anyway, that's kind of my order of operations here. I get all of those ingredients mixed together before I get the meat in there. And I'm not sure exactly how much sausage I'm using here. You can kind of see I put a chunk in, then I decided I wanted to put a little bit more in there. So I don't know what that ratio is necessarily. You could obviously just leave that sausage out if you're worried about the ingredients and that. And it's right about this time that I realized I forgot the cheese. You can put any kind of cheese in here, or leave the cheese out. This is Parmesan, and you can just see I've got a couple, little handfuls in here. Again, I don't know exactly how much this is. You could leave it out, put more in, just really customize this how you will. I ended up with 8 good-sized meatballs here. I'm not sure the exact weight, but really good portion, 4 for myself and 4 for my husband. I'm going to cook these at 400 degrees for 20 minutes, and you'll see what they look like when they come out of the oven here shortly. There's going to be kind of that fat ring around the bottom of them as they cook, and you definitely don't want to waste that. Make sure you eat all that delicious, yummy fat as well. And here's what they look like. I didn't put any sauce on these. They don't need any sauce. They're flavorful and juicy just as is. You could wrap these in bacon if you wanted to go an extra step. But yeah, give these a try. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.